everyone, I'm Kristen. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're all doing lovely. As you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, I am doing a Dollar Tree Amigurumi kit. I have done one in the past. If I figure out how to do it, there'll be somewhere up here to click it. I will also put the link in the description to that video of the kit, of the one I made. But I will show you. It was this little bear. The patterns are definitely interesting. They are not beginner friendly, I would say, because even I had a hard time understanding this one. But you know, what do you expect for a buck? Well, now $1.25, and then if you live here in New York, it's $1.35 after tax. But yeah, so I have been wanting to do more, and I couldn't find any more. But I went to our local Dollar Tree, and then there's one in the next town over. I think I may have went to a third one some other time. This is over like a span of a couple months. But I found more crochet kits. I actually found 5 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 5 I have. And I think I'm going to just do an individual video for each one of me crocheting them and showing you guys how they came out. So the ones I found was a bunny, a dinosaur, a dog, of course, found a unicorn, and a cactus. I had somebody comment on, comment on the video from I believe it was from the bear, asking about the cactus one. Well, I did find it. So this is the one I'm gonna do today. So these put aside. Now these come with everything you need. Comes with needle, yarn, stuffing, crochet hook, plastic beads, which the plastic beads are your safety eyes. So the actual beads are just their safety eyes. Everything comes in here. So the only thing I'm gonna personally need out of my own stash is a pair of scissors, because obviously it doesn't come with scissors. I am going to, just like with the bear one, I will use the hook that it comes with. Yeah, the hook that it comes with, which is right there, which that is going to be so much fun, because if I remember right from doing the bear one, it was very flimsy and a pain in the ass to work with. So yeah, let's get to making this. So here we have the kit again, and obviously there's the price. So let's crack this open. I'll leave that there. Well, attempt to. There we go. We have the stuffing, squishy, pink yarn, the dreaded crochet hook. Yep, still flimsy. And here we have the sewing needle, safety eyes, and thread to embroider his face. I'm gonna say this is to embroider the cheeks. And possibly inside the flowers? I don't know. It depends on what the pattern looks like. This is to make the flowers, the cactus, the base, and the instructions. Okay. So here's everything that it comes with. As everything falls down on me. And the instructions. So yeah, let's have fun trying to make this. Let's rip this up. There. It's off to the side, and it's out of the way. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna use my own stitch marker because it doesn't come with one. Let's go with purple this time. So, yeah, stitch marker. Alright, so this one. Okay, now this one's different than the bear, because this one actually says what you're doing. Now, where the bear, it was just a picture of how you had to do everything. It wasn't at all like this. So this is quite interesting. Quite interesting. So this one might not be as bad, but it's still gonna be bad because, you know, the crochet hook. Ugh. I don't like the crochet hook. Let's see how to make a magic ring. And every round after you crochet the finished round, just put a marker in the stitch to help you remember where it begins. After 6 single crochets, we can now meet 6 knots. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it talks about a stitch marker, but it doesn't come with one. Like, you should include that for people who don't know, who are new to this. So, put it there. And we're gonna start with making the cactus. Alright. Sorry about that. Not fully together here. Alright, so we need the light green, which is right here. Too close. There we go. And where's our icky crochet hook? This doesn't even have a size on it. Like, there's no size on this whatsoever. I'm gonna say it's maybe 3.5, 3.75, maybe 4 the max. I don't know, I think at the end I'll get one of my crochet hooks and try to compare it to size. Is this even the same size as the other one? Yep, same as the other one. Alright, so we're gonna magic ring. Okay, this is how I do my magic rings. So we can zoom in a little bit closer. So yeah, crisscross there. There we go. Under, over, whoops. Under, over, pull it up. Okay. Okay, now it says chain 1, 16 shades. Okay, so alright, what I don't understand is okay, why? Alright, it says to use a stitch marker, but yet it has you joining at the end of every round. So we're gonna do 6 single crochets, so it's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So right now I really don't like this yarn. It's so thin. I don't even know what size weight this would be. It looks like a 4, but it just, I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then it says slip stitch. Okay. Alright, round 1 completed. Can we just say that's it? Okay. Now we're going to increase each round. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this hook is just so, like, bends so easy. I'm trying to not press too hard on the hook and also have my tension just right on the yarn and everything else, and it's just a big old pain. And I'm talking and I didn't count, but I think that's 10. That should be 11. That should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Okay. Sorry for the loud background noise. It is beautiful outside today. So I have my window open. Get some of that fresh air in. And obviously, got the dryer going because I had to do some laundry. Okay. There's round 12. I mean, we're on 12. Round 2. Okay, now we're going to do chain, we're going to do single and increase. Okay, so I have only done, I finished round 8 out of 11. So we're looking at so far. But what I want to do is get this weaved in before I start doing the decreases. This way my tail's already taken care of. So take care of that real quick. Try to be quick, but my hands are cold. It's beautiful outside, but it's a little chilly in my house. It's so weird. Alright, so I do a little tug on that. And try to weave this in the best I can. I usually go where the initial 6 is. I usually try to go in that area. Go back and forth a few times. I'm not used to a plastic sewing needle. So I came out there. I go back just a little bit. Repeat that. So we have this. So far we have, yeah, almost done with the actual cactus body. But yeah, I am used to using a metal needle for sewing. Not this is a flimsy plastic, like very flimsy. I have a few plastic needles for like when I use thicker yarn, which is very rare, but they're more stable than this. This is like, yeah, don't mean to flip anybody else, sorry about that, but like, yeah. Anyways, but stick to what they gave me. So okay, where am I lost my instructions here. Okay, now we're gonna do decreases. This ought to be fun. So I'm gonna chain 1 again, 2 singles and a decrease. I have learned, real quick, first before I get to that point, when I do, I don't know if it says in here how they do the decreases, how they suggested it. Okay, so that's how they suggest doing them. Not very descriptive on it. Okay, so yeah, there are many ways on how to do a decrease. This is how I do my decreases, especially with amigurumis, is I use the front loops. So since we're doing singles, you don't gotta chain or anything, but, well, not chain, but, well, we don't gotta do that, no. You go on the first one, first loop, You go in your second loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So it leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna do another decrease, and I'll show it again. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the front loop, and to the next front loop, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, and we're gonna yarn over and pull through again. That's 6, 7, oops, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And then you join to slip stitch. Now, there's that round. As you see, you do it in the front loops, it pretty much blends in. Like right there's a decrease. But if you're really looking for it, you're gonna find them. But if you're not really looking for them from a distance, you don't know it. It just blends in really well. Now, what I was gonna complain about is, I'll look over these again, but does not say. Let me run after you finish. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, it does not say anywhere about, it says to slip stitch, and then, see? I'm gonna go like round 2. 1 chain, you single increase, 6 increases, slip stitch, and you get your 12 stitches. Okay. It does not say in instructions where you're slip stitching at. So you basically are slip stitching into your first stitch from that round. And then when you chain 1, and then it doesn't tell you where to start your next stitch. So you literally start your next round in the same area, same slot as that chain. So, try to explain a little bit better with the next round. So next round is chain 1, 1 single crochet, and 1 decrease. 6 times, it gives you 12. So, let me start here, chain 1. Now see, it doesn't say where to start your stitch. So, but after reading all the instructions on that, and for beginners, I think it could be confusing because you don't know where you're supposed to. Some people would think, okay, I chained one, so I'm going to go into the next one to start my stitch. And one, it's actually the same as your chain. So when you go here, there's 1. And we're going to do our decrease. 2. And regular 3. Decrease. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12, okay? Now, then it says slip stitch. It does not tell you where to slip stitch, so some people will be like, okay, I'm going to do it here. Which I think maybe you could, but honestly, it's cleaner if you just go into the top of your first stitch. Of course, now my fingers and stitches don't want to work. So it gives you that much more cleaner look. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Alright, now, oh, my hands are so cold. Insert the eyes and stuff it with fiber fills. Shape it by hand. Okay, it does not tell you what rows to put your eyeballs in. So that's always lovely. We're gonna get our eyes out here. Okay. So these are the eyes. They're quite small. Maybe a 6mm, maybe a little bit smaller than a 6. They are quite tiny. They kind of, like I said, they kind of look like a 6mm. Let's see. I have 6s right here. Let's see. Nope, I think they're smaller. Nope, they're smaller than a 6. So, I would say it'd probably be a 3 then. Yeah. Yeah, they're tiny. So what we're gonna do is figure out roughly where they might be. Let's see, that might be row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it might be between 5 and 6, I'm thinking. So there's our seam in the back. I'm gonna put the eyes in the front. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. Just kind of guessing at this point. Trying to get the damn eyes in. Let's try it again. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There we go. One. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's about 3, maybe 4 stitches apart. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We'll go 4. Let's see how that looks. Come on. Caught up in the yarn. Okay. Yeah, that looks alright, I guess. Yeah, I can go with that. Okay. So now we're gonna put the backs on. You can put them on this way, or you can put them on that way. It's completely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. I go both ways, so. One, two. Well, they went all the way down. That's okay. Oops. Let's try it again. One more. There we go. Little beady eyes. Kind of weird with beady eyes. Alright, I'm gonna get stuffing out. Zoom out a little bit. I gotta be as close here. There we go. I did say the stuffing is pretty nice. It's nice and soft. Okay. Oops. Just to help shape it a little bit. Now, obviously that's not enough stuffing. So what I do is create like a little hole here in the middle of the stuffing and just stuff more stuffing there in the middle sometimes. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I just don't want to overstuff it. And of course, you know, if your eye looks like this, just carefully pinch it and just give it a little tug and move it around. Just because the bar's it got pushed over with the stuffing. There we go. Not bad. Okay. Lots of stuffing still. Alright, now we're gonna basically close it up. We're gonna chain 1 and 6 decreases. Oh my god, I can't talk today. So at this point I am going to use a stitch marker because you're closing it up and you can overlook your stitches. There's 1, 2. I may have to take some stuffing out. 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. 3, 4, 5. See what I mean? I think I messed up. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna make it work. Yeah, we'll make it work. 5, and then 6. Okay. A little bit of a tail. Pull through. Okay, so I don't gotta take any stuffing out. It's still good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish closing this up and then weave in the tail. And what I like to do is on the front loop of the stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3. This part can always be tricky too. Sometimes I miss stitches, so 4, 5, and this one looks like it's right here, 6. And then now you just gently pull, and you get that. And then you just step it in. There you go. And we're just gonna back through, weave in the tail a little bit. Okay, I think we're good enough on that. Try to shape it. Yeah, not bad so far. A little roly-poly. nice thing about cactuses is they're not all the same. They're all different and unique. And the same with crocheting stuff, you know. You may make the same thing several times, but there's always going to be something a little different to each one. Actually, that's like with anything you craft, like any hobby or anything in general. Like, just, there's, like, even your mass-produced shit, there's always something that's just slightly, a little bit different from another one. Not always the same. They may look it, but they're not. Just literally eyeballing on where to sew this. Kind of look like Shrek's head. Not a freaking cactus. This is so weird. But that's okay. He'll hang out. Well, it'll hang out on the shelf with the bear and the other crochet stuff I have on it, along with some manga and some books and all that. Yeah, that'll work. Works for me. I'm just gonna weave in this end, bring it down to the bottom. And I'll just weave it in because nobody's gonna see this part. So this part looks all janky from being weaved in all the time. It's okay, it'll be covered. Alright. Ooh, I thought I broke that. Couldn't get lucky. So we have it so far. Oh, this video is going to be a lot longer than I planned. Alright. Make flower pots. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do from here on the rest of the video up until making the rest of the parts. I am going to finish making all the rest of the pieces because this video is taking way longer than I planned. So you will record me making all these pieces, but I'll still be fast forward again with music. And then I will come back and talk once I get all the pieces made, and we will talk. I will talk and put it together, and yeah, so let's get going. I just want to say that I have all the pieces made, and holy crap. Like, it was just such a pain in the butt. I was trying to do make the edge a little bit more fancier here on the flower pot. And I just kept having issues with it, but finally got it done. And I was trying to figure out how to make the flower, and my brain just was not braining, as you can see in the video. But I finally figured it out. It's because it says 2 chain, 2 unfinished double crochets, 2 chain, slip stitch 5 times. My brain wasn't understanding what the hell I had to do. So finally I figured it out. You have to do a magic ring, you chain 2, and then you basically do the start of a double. You just don't finish it off. You do that twice. And then once you get done with the second one, you yarn over and pull through the 3 chains that are left. Then you chain 2, and then you slip stitch back into the magic ring. That's how I figured it out, and you know, it looks like it should, I guess. Kind of looks like it should. But yeah, it's been interesting. So I guess I should get this finished putting together, because this video is taking way longer than I planned. Alright, so let's get this put together. This, like I said, was a pain in the ass. I decided to do a little fancier stitch here, which it's like a single. It's a start of a single, but so when you, yeah, fine. I don't know, but like, you seen as you start the single, instead of yarning over and pulling through the loops, you turn your hook, and then you yarn over and pull through. Just make sure your stitch when you started it, it's loose. Otherwise, when it's tight, you have a hard time, like I was having, because I cannot control my tension or anything with this hook, and the yarn just sucks. So let's get this together, shall we? So now you can have this project done. And I have a funny feeling the rest of these Dollar Tree kits, when I do get to them, are going to be just as much of a pain, if not worse, sometimes. Some of them. I am, but I'm not looking forward to them. Okay, that's good enough for me. Right. Like I mentioned before, I'm not worried about these looking perfect, or, you know, looking at certain, like, just, yeah. I usually just want my ends weaved in a decent amount so they don't come undone. Like, obviously, if I was doing this for an order or for just anyone in general, I would definitely take my time and make these look a lot better. But since they're just going to be sitting on my shelf, I don't care. I don't care. And then it says soil. So, the soil, you literally are using the same yarn you made your pot with. Like, and this green is so weird. Like, I can't even get it to pick up properly in the camera. I don't know. It's different. That's for sure. That's good enough. What else gotta weave in? Where's this gets on it? So weave in this part. And so this flower, the directions for the flower, it just confused me. I just don't know if I was just overthinking it, or just because the instructions are clearly not fully there. I don't know. I'm gonna say combination of the two. Works for me. Okay, so Now we are going to sow the soil into the flower pot. Well, it's a longer tail, so that's why I can also stitch it onto that part. So, let's see here. How are we gonna do this? Something like that. Yeah, that'll work. And that worked out looking perfect. I just want this done because I don't like this at all. Shit. Oh man, what did I put? Oh my god. My brain's not braining. This is going to make it more unique and still adorable. Alright. So we have the flower pot. Well, cactus pot, I should say. So these fuzzies out here. Sweep in a little bit before we sew in our cactus. Alright. Now we gotta add a mouth on this little dude, or doodad, or thing. We're gonna go with it, cause, I don't know what you want to call it. I think I'm gonna call it a girl. We'll go with that. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going through here, through the bottom. This way it'd be easier to hide the tail. And then I want to, oh, excuse me. Put the mouth here. See how it looks here. And then back here. Then we're gonna go somewhere in the middle. Select the middle. Yes. Okay. Okay. That does not look like the middle. Now I think I got the middle. And then we're gonna go through here. Through there. There we go. What I would do is not throw my scissors. Tie a few knots. Do a triple knot. Trim off the end. And then we will take and push this inwards. You can trim more yarn off if you want. Let's see if I can get this all in here without having to trim more off. Get in there. Nope. I'm going to trim more off. There we go. Use the butt of the needle. There. So we have that. And we gotta attach the flower. Alright. That's the back, so this is the front. And then attach it right here. Trying to I guess something like that. Let's see, right here, I think. And yeah, that works. I like that. Okay. And again, I'm just gonna feed this right down to the bottom because this part will be covered up, so you're not gonna be able to see it. And weave in this tail. One more time. Yeah, that works. Now it says to make the little cheeks and the little spots up there, you take this. I'm just gonna cut that much off first. Okay, so we're gonna insert through the bottom. It says do rooty cheeks like that, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just gonna do like little slashes for cheeks. Or should I do that? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. How does it say to do this again? You use dark pink yarn, wind in plastic needle to make the bud, tie and cut the excess yarn, leave a tail for sewing. So, I like this, okay. So something like that. Oh, that's cute, I like that. Okay. I'll put another one right here. Yeah. Okay. I think I got it. Oh, how adorable is that? That's so cute. I like that. Okay, so yeah, that'll be hidden, hopefully. Just realize you can see it right there, but yeah, that'll work. Okay. Do a triple knot. It's 2. And 3. And then we tuck it in. It's not to be fully tucked in because it's going to be hidden again. I don't think this one's going to tuck in at all. It doesn't like me. Yep, that's not going to tuck in at all. So, it's okay. No, we're just going to leave it like that. It's going to be hidden so you ain't going to see it. Okay, next. Okay. As you do the same thing on this part. So we're going to wrap the needle. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're gonna go in something like that. So it's kind of like the middle. Pull back through. Ouch. Just gotta cramp my hand. I'm doing that. Oh no, 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 no. My yarn got all twisted. How did I do that? There we go. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Pulling this in. There we go. That's adorable. Alright, so let's do a little weave in on this. Alright. And we will weave in this piece. Sorry if you hear a little one in the background. It's my neighbors. Them and their daughters outside. So it's okay. They're just enjoying the fresh weather too. Okay. Now lastly, we gotta add these parts. Lots of little details. Alright. Ooh. Smash my camera. So we're gonna go here. Leave a tail weave in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops, try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then something like that. Oh, I messed that up. Did I already figure out how to do this? I did already figure out how to do this. Wow, that didn't take long. One, 2, 3, 4. You know what? My brain's not braining now and I can't get this to go. Can I believe this? I just did this several times, 3 times already. And now I can't get this to go. Does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense for me. Alright, we'll be right back with this. Okay, so I literally had to go back and watch my own video and figure out how to do this because my brain was just not working. So what I did is I was trying to wrap it around this part, and no, I gotta wrap it down here, and it just wasn't working. So we're gonna go over here now. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna go in here. And we should get our next knot. Let's see here. Maybe. Will I get my tail involved in this? Yep, I got my tail involved. Let's see here. There we go. Is it going to work? We shall see. Ha ha ha! Got it working. Look at that. See, next spot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, that works. Alright. And one more. I'm just like going over like 1, maybe 2 threads into the next spot. Tail out of there. And then hold this piece. Grab my hook. Grab my hook first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, let's try that again. My hands are getting all twisted here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, pull through. Should have a 4th one. Oh, look at that. That's adorable. I like that. Okay. So what we're going to do next is bring it down to here. There we go. And then we're going to try and tie these and see if we can hide it without having to weave this part in. We'll see if we can get that to work. 1, 2, and 3 knots. Fingers crossed. All right. Focus, thank you. Can we get it hide? Alright, now we're gonna use the needle. Push it around. Oh, look at that. How cute, I got it working. Okay. Last step. And then we are finally done. Alright. Come on, work with me here. I don't think we're gonna need as much thread left. Let's cut some of this off. Alright, so let's see here. This is the back. So let's bring this over here to the back. Let's lock that stitch in place. I'll attempt to lock it in place. Now it's locked, okay. We're gonna take our little cactus here. It's gonna look like this. That is adorable. Alright. What we're gonna do is, I have no idea. Go here. See how that looks. this way. A little ass backwards right now. Alright, you guys ready? So, this is what the picture is. And this is what I created. I would say it's pretty darn cute. Now, I think... No, it just looks like they used lighter pink here. No, it's actually darker. It's the dark pink, but I have to say, this came out really adorable. I really like it. And the little extra fancy stitch here is just really cute. I think it's like a crab stitch or a reverse crab stitch. I'm not really sure what it's called. But it really came out cute and I really like it. Even though this thing was a major pain in the butt to make, it still came out really cute. Like, how adorable is that? There. It is so cute. So can't wait to put this on the shelf with Mr. Bear. So now we have 2 Dollar Tree projects completed. I wanted to incorporate the hook onto this one, but there's just no way because it's a cactus. So I don't know what. Maybe I should give Bear a second hook. Give him 2 hooks to hold. Let's do that. So where did I break this one off at? I just realized this is a little bit thicker. Not much, but a little bit. Now, the bear one, it just snapped. This one's not wanting to snap. There it goes. Okay. So, Mr. Bear has his original crochet hook. And then now, let's see what right here. He's got a second one. Like, here you go, he can play drums. But anyways, this isn't about him. This is about so cutie. She came out adorable. Now, I will say, again, these Dollar Tree kits are not beginner friendly. Because there are some, like, details missing on how to do them. How to do some of your rows and everything else. It just, like, it doesn't even tell you that every single round you have, almost every single project you have to start with a magic ring. It does not tell you that you have to create every single thing starting with that. And like I mentioned before early in the video about, you know, where to join at the end with your slip stitch, and how when you chain one, start next round, your first stitch starts in that same area. They don't include that, so yeah. But I would say if you have some, like, not like freshly beginner, but like you don't need to be intermediate to understand all this, but like, just if you've already made amigurumis, then I think yeah, if you've already made amigurumis, you'd be able to get the hang of this. But if you've never made amigurumi before, I would not. I would find a different pattern to work with first time around. So that's my take. It's cactus. Next time I do a Dollar Tree kit, it will be one of the other ones I have, and I'm not sure which one I'll do yet. We'll find out. Actually, leave a comment on which one I should do next. We have unicorn, bunny, dinosaur, or dog. Which one should be the next one that I do? drop a comment, and let me know. So that's it. New little character. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!